Hey cousins, it's your good cousin Muva Ma'at. In this video, we're going to talk about black culture and we're going to discuss whether it's hurting the black community or helping the black community. Now, I hypothesize that black culture is hurting our community and our people. Now, black culture is a dynamism. Now, we like to look at it as just art and fashion and music, only from a creative standpoint, but it's much more than that. But today, I'm going to go into why it's hurting our community based off the entertainment aspect of our culture and what it's actually doing to our people. Now, in front of you is the statistics of income and spending patterns among black households. Now, what does that mean? That's just simply saying how black people spend their money. This is a government website and it's out here for everyone to go to. It is the Bureau Labor Statistics.gov website. And so you can see this chart that we're about to look at, as of many other charts, and they also explain these charts in words. But I'm going to break down to you how we are being led astray based off of our culture. Now, black people spend most of their money, as you can see. High income black households is the dark blue, and low income black households is the light blue. So this chart represents again how the black community spends its money based off of rich black people and poor black people. And I don't really like to use the word poor, but for the sake of this video, we're going to use that word. Now, as you can see, the black community, rich and poor, both spend a substantial amount of their income on housing, food, and transportation. All right, so that could be places, shelter to keep, some place to stay, to live, and food, that's evident. And then transportation, the bus, Ubers, cars, what so have you. And so that's where majority of black wealth goes, as we can see. Now these statistics are from the year 2012 through 2010. And you may wonder, okay, why am I not using a more relevant one? Nothing's really changed. If anything, some of these things may have increased. Like, for example, black people spending more money on entertainment than they spent in 2010 or 2012. And I'm about to get into why some of this stuff really may not have changed. And so right now we can see black people spends most of their money on housing, food, and transportation. Now, rich black people spend money on, insurance and pensions, and so they also spend more money on cash contributions like donations. They spend a good amount of money in healthcare. So does poor black people, and both poor and rich blacks spend the same amount of money, which is about less than 5% on clothes and services, which would mean like getting their clothes tailored, taking it to the dry cleaners, and things of that nature. And then both rich and poor spend less than 5% of their income on education. They spend about 5%, is this 5% or a little over 5% on entertainment. And in every other category, they spend less than 5% of their income. I just want to touch bases on that. If you want to go to this website and check it out for yourself, you most likely can find a more up-to-date chart. I'm just using this chart for a quick reference. doing the research for you, so you guys do not have to do the research. Because right here it shows that we spend more of our income on entertainment than on education and on reading. So I know a lot of you do not want to go and do the research because you have to read. And sadly, it's known that the black community does not read. And so this is where I want to focus on, because black culture is, let's say, 90% entertainment, 95% entertainment. Because statistics shows right here, we spend over 5%. It looks like it's about 5% or more than 5% of our income on entertainment. Now, entertainment in the sense of what? Music, fashion, celebrities. Now, this is the main reason why our community is suffering, okay? We are spiritually amok. Anytime you're spending more money to look outside yourself than to personally develop yourself, that is a tremendous problem. All right, education and reading, those are some of the most efficient ways that you can self-develop and get yourself out of your situation. But if you don't want to open up a book, if you don't want to take the time to educate yourself, and it doesn't even have to be in a form of a book, if you don't want to take the time out to educate yourself, then we are going to continue to stay in the predicament that we are in. You're going to continue to see yourself as a low-income black or a poor black or in poverty, when it does not have to be that way. Now, this chart is also affecting us spiritually, because entertainment takes us away from the Most High God. Our community lacks a connection with the Most High God. I also have a video called "The Black Community Has Fallen from Grace," and you can check that video out as well. The black community has fallen from grace. Our community has fallen from grace, which means that we have fallen from our divine connection with the Most High God. So now we focus and spend most of our money and our time and energy on entertainment. Now, the entertainment that is infiltrating and that has infiltrated the black community is evil. It is wicked. It is something called demonic. Now, some of my cousins out there, y'all be on demon time. Now, demon time is a very popular term that is plaguing the black community. Now, it could be plaguing everybody, y'all. Right now, I'm just talking on the things that are affecting our people, because I know that entertainment is crippling everybody spiritually all over. But our people seem to not realize not to realize what it's doing to us in our community. We like to ignore it. We don't like to speak on exactly what it is. We like to, point at everything else on why our community is the way it is and in the situation that it is. But we don't like to talk about the spiritual aspect of it, because this is what the enemy has done to our people. Once we fell from grace, it is hard now to try to identify with good and righteousness and the Most High God. And it's also a bit difficult to point out our enemy, our spiritual enemy. And I don't mean our enemy just in the terms as the white man, but spiritually. Because when we start getting into spiritual warfare, it has nothing to do with the color of one's skin, one's nationality, or anything like that. Spiritual warfare is a low vibrational energy on everybody. It's fair game on anybody and everybody who does not have a connection with the Most High God. Now, demon time, again, it is plaguing the black community. And so what is demon time? Now, demon time It says, what does demon time mean in slang? Okay, let's just go right here. It says, a person considered extremely wicked, evil, or cruel. Okay, a person considered extremely wicked, evil, or cruel. And then we can even go right here on a definition of a demon. What is a demon? A demon is an evil spirit, devil, or fiend. A demon is an evil passion or influence. A person considered extremely wicked, evil, or cruel. This one says a person with great energy, drive, etc. Now see how that it just tried to like confuse the whole definition. How you gonna say somebody's extremely wicked or evil, but then you say it's a person with great energy? Now that's what demons do. They try to confuse you. They like to keep you in a state of confusion. So we pretty much know what a demon is. It's not rocket science on what a demon is. So when we say our community is being plagued by demons and demon time, that's what we're talking about. Now, popular artists, music artists, black culture, we focus on these people. These are the people that influence our culture. Okay? So when they're out doing stuff like this and dressing like this, we think that it's innocent fun. When we're listening to the radio and we're listening to these people on the radio, we think it's innocent. We may not have any ill intention when we turn on our radio to listen to these people. But see, these artists, they have a lot of secret agendas that they like to impose on us without us knowing. And so if you one of my cousins that affiliate with Demon Time, I'm not here to judge you. If you be like, oh, you be on Demon Time or something like that, or, if you love these people, you love, secular music, which is music that is not of the Most High God, which is music that is not righteous, I'm not here to judge you, because I was there at one point. I used to idolize celebrities in our culture as well, and I had to get delivered from all of this because it was not serving the greater good for my higher self and where I wanted to be. And so that's why I'm making this video for my cousins who want to pretty much excel and be liberated from the depths of evil. And a lot of my cousins got into the kingdom of darkness unconsciously. So it's usually through trauma or just walking into darkness without knowing. And so that's why I'm here to raise awareness and shed some light so that my cousins out there do not have to continue to be in an unconscious covenant with demons and with low vibrational entities. So Cardi B, again, when we listen to her music, because she is somebody that our community love, and when we listen to her music, you gotta admit, her music make you feel some type of way. Especially if you listen to some songs, like what's one song that I feel like can change your whole mood? Bodak Yellow. Bodak Yellow is a song that'll make you feel like what? You own one, right? Like she started making you feel like you like a badass. Now we think that, oh, these artists are just, helping us get over breakups or helping us to feel better and boost our mood and make us, feel good. But again, they have these wicked underlying agendas. At the end of the day, they have these wicked underlying agendas. And so the fact that our community be on Demon Time, it has a lot to do with these artists, because these artists work for our enemy, which is Satan. And what Satan has done is use these people to keep us going against God, battling with ourselves, wanting to be them, idolizing them, which the Bible speaks on idolatry and how it's one of the biggest curses to put anybody before God. And that's what our community is lacking, God. And so I know we all, our community, we love, a good jokey joke, and we love to laugh, but there's some things that are not funny. And so we have to have discernment when it comes to who we are looking up to, who we are inspired by, what trends we're following, because the artists that are put above us, that are put in front of us, have malevolent, wicked intentions for us. And you find yourself sucked into the kingdom of darkness without even knowing it. And so this channel right here is this individual, Isaiah, and you can see his handle right there if you want to go add him, or if you want to go, I say add him, but you can go check out what he's saying, because this video is very good. But we're just going to go to the part right now where you can see it says Cardi B admits her songs, or her song, activates demons. All right, now if she's talking about a particular song, imagine what the rest of her songs do. So let's just hear him out and hear what she said out of her own mouth about her music.
Been deleted, but someone had captured it and posted it. So let's listen to this and let's react to this.
I've been having these weird feelings lately, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do this song Shake It or like any Joe songs, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons that I killed.
So she says, I've been feeling weird. I didn't want to do this song, Shake It, that just came out. By the way, this is one of the biggest artists in our generation, secular artist, that has hundreds of millions of views, hundreds of millions of followers and plays. And she's saying, I didn't want to do this because this song activated demons. So this is not just us saying this music's demonic, activates demons. This is her own words here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore.
And this is sad. My heart goes out to a lot of these celebrities that are demonized, that are working for the devil, that have made contracts with Satan, that have claimed to sell their souls. Is they oftentimes change their mind and they don't want to live this life. And where are they going to go to get free? Where are they going to go to get deliverance? The church doesn't preach it.
Okay, so we heard pretty much what she just said. You can go check out his channel if you want, subscribe to him. He's putting out this type of content to keep us aware about what this type of music is doing. And again, Cardi just said it out her own mouth. Now, he says he feels like she's crying out for help. If we watched her other rant videos, and I'm not going to do everything for y'all, you guys can go look at some of the videos yourself. And I think some of y'all may have saw that video where she's talking about I don't know, I think she's like crying and she's just standing outside and she's talking, and she talks about how she's like, y'all think that I'm new to this, like I've been trained for this. Like she knew she was going to be doing this before we even, before she even came out. And I'm gonna do a video on, actually have a PowerPoint that I'm going to release about female rap. And so right now I just want to talk about music in general, and our culture is music. And so Cardi B is the face of our culture, and so she's admitting that her music activates demons. So what does that even mean? That means that when you listen to her music, whether you consciously are listening to it or subconsciously, meaning that you're choosing to play it or you're in an area or an environment where her music's being played, demons are gathering. And then the demons that are already there are being activated to start causing mayhem, confusion, trouble, mischief. All right? They don't bring any type of good energy with them. Now, aside from Cardi B, another artist that plagues our community and culture that everybody loves, I'm going to go to him. I was going to do him last, but I'm actually going to do him right now. And that's Drake. And I'm sorry if my computer's going slow. Having all these tabs open kind of slows it down. And so right here, you can see Drake with Sexy Red. Now, if you're familiar with Sexy Red and her music, oh God, I would not even encourage anybody to listen to Sexy Red, because Sexy Red is a demon in herself. And if you think that I'm joking, Drake is a demon as well. And so his caption says, fine line between iconic and demonic. As Shorty struts it, she doesn't just walk it. Fine line between iconic and demonic. Like, what does he even mean? And see the symbolism. If you're familiar with symbolism in the entertainment industry, it's just signs that they throw up to just pretty much let us know that they are servants of Satan out here to get the children of the Most High God to be led astray and to serve Satan instead of God. That's what these symbols are about. And there's videos out there if you want to go into symbolism, demonic symbolism. And so this is what Drake is talking about. And so everybody loves Drake. And I thought I would go to Drake's Instagram, because he's working with Sexy Red. Her music is just very degraded and low vibrational. I'm not going to bring up any of her videos. You guys can go look her up. She's the artist that be talking about her booty hole being brown, and her, lady parts being pink and stuff like that. Like, we care, because again, that's what Satan do. Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he comes to recruit for the kingdom of darkness. So if you listening to her music and you love that kind of music, again, and I know some of my cousins out there, you may not know, like, it may be catchy, I get it, I told you I was there before. Like, some of the stupidest music be sounding so good, but that's why I'm here to bring light and to give you clarity about that kind of music. It is low vibrational, it is evil, and it is not going to help you be better in life. It's not going to help you get into the kingdom of heaven. It's not going to get you right with God. And at some point in your life, you may want to get right with God, and so you'll have to leave these artists alone, leave this kind of music alone altogether. I'm not trying to hate on Drake. I used to want to, do music and stuff like that. I really did. Like, we all do. Our community, we really don't have leaders to really help us and lead us down the right path. And, we don't really have influencers in our life, people of influence, people of stature, the right kind of people in our lives. We don't have the good examples in our lives. So, the entertainment industry knows that. And so that's why that's why Black people spend more money on entertainment than anything else, because we want people to look up to, and it's easier to look at a music artist because Satan was an angel of music, and so he knows our weaknesses, and he knows that we're electromagnetic beings, and he knows that music is how to get us going. And that's why we all love music, and that's why we're so attached to it. But we just don't know the evil, wicked forces that are in the details when it comes to our culture. And our culture is 95% music. Hip hop and rap, that's us. And I'm not saying all of us, because I know some of my cousins listen to, many types of music, and it's very eclectic when it comes to music and fashion and all that. But in general, Champagne Papi is loved by everybody. And look at him. I mean, if you can't look at Drake and tell that he is not of God, then you need to you need some help. For real, you need help. This video is for you. I'm here to tell you, he's not of God. And then he says in this caption, he says, I've gotten better at partying. I haven't stopped or slowed down by any means. If anything, it's increased. I'm just significantly better at it. So, how old is Drake? Drake is a father. This is what he's trying to push in our community. I don't know if this is his quote or if he got this from somebody, but if this is what he believes in, He's trying to push that on us. And so then we want to question, why our mothers not trying to take care of their kids and put partying and going to the club over taking care of their kids, because y'all love Drake. And Drake is saying he's perfecting partying. Now, if Drake was in his teens or if he was still in his 20s, that would make a lot of sense. But there is definitely a point in your life where you have to, let some things go. You have to. Is it wrong to party? No, I'm not saying that. But this man is saying what? This entity is saying what? I've gotten better at partying. He's talking about trying to perfect partying, like being perfect at partying. Like he's gotten better at it, which means he doesn't, and he says he doesn't plan on slowing up. I haven't stopped or slowed down. If anything, it's increased. Like, so you're partying more? Aren't you a father? Like, so you know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. And what comes with partying? I mean, he always talks about it in his music. He's doing drugs. He's popping perks. He's on one. He's, so he's partying. He's living this fast lifestyle that has nothing to do with God. If anything, he is a representative for Satan. Now, when Drake first came out, yes, I was a fan. But even when I wasn't saved and I was listening to this kind of music, I've been stopped not listening to Drake. I've been stopped listening to Drake because he was like weird. Like, and a lot of people don't see that, and I don't see how y'all don't see that. Like, I remember he had the like heart in his head and stuff like that. He just be like really feminine and stuff like that, and his agendas be just, to me, they just be satanic. Like, the stuff that he says, our other artists have come out about how he steals, people's songs and stuff like that. What was XXX Tentacion, and you guys can go look that up on your own. But just a lot of things that I just don't agree with about Drake. Drake does not give me gangster. He doesn't give me a lot of what he portrays in his music. And when I used to follow this kind of music anyway, I like artists that are kind of like, they be about what they rap about. And so that's why I kind of got off this music anyway, because none of them really kind of be living a life that they, they tell us that they're living. And so to back this up, let's go to this. I'm gonna go to that video, but we're gonna look at one of Drake's performances. Now, the colors, this red stuff, like, why is it always red? That's what I was gonna go to in his Instagram. Hold on. The red background. Why is it always the red background? That's also Satan. If you look at a lot of performers like Lady Gaga, right here, this is another one. And we're gonna keep the sound muted, but I want y'all to see this red. Like, why is that always the color scheme of the performance? Like, it's giving hell. Why not like vibrant colors, or like, we could dim the lights and make it cool, but why always these colors? It's always red. Again, red. And other artists also, it can start off with light and then it starts turning red, and then they be having like, upside down crosses in the background, and always got fire. And we can get into it, but let's also go to this video of of Drake. This one makes me laugh, and this is why I could not take Drake serious when he like transitioned from like the old Drake to this like, different Drake. And like, even his name alone is satanic, but that's for another video.
Hey, Bubby. Yeah. Me and my grandma have a little thing where my mom doesn't let her eat chocolate, but my grandma slides me a little extra cheddar on the side, and I make sure she gets her daily chocolate dosage. That's my grandson.
All right, so right here, you guys can go look at this video. And this is Drake when he used to be on a show called Degrassi. Now, what got me about this video is like, first of all, when he walks in her house, he calls her Bubby. I don't know if y'all peeped it or not. He called his grandmother Bubby. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing at all. But you call your grandma Bubby, And then you expect people to think that you're this like street gangster, like Bubby. like, I'm sorry, y'all. I always was just tripped out by that. Like, I just always found that crazy. Like, again, when he was the old Drake, that's cool. Like, you sensual, you singing, you know what I'm saying? You got your little flows in there. Okay, cool. But then when you start rapping how you know, you a light nigga, but you rap like a dark nigga, or this, whatever you be saying, like, you just come off like you this mad street gangster. Like, try again. Like, try again. Like, try again. And this is who really runs hip hop besides like Jay-Z, you know, another weirdo. And, you know, these are the people that are now the face of our culture when it comes to music. And they're all pushing the same agenda. That's why they all put up the same signs, whether it be the pyramid, whether it be this. You know, Jay-Z tried to, you know, fool us and trick us about what the pyramid meant a long time ago. But at the end of the day, a lot of my conscious cousins and smart cousins has been on it. So now let's go to Erykah Badu. Now, Erykah Badu isn't necessarily rap, but she's also pretty influential in the music. We look at Erykah Badu and we be like, oh, Erykah Badu is really cool and stuff like that. But, you know, it's a lot of controversy about her being a witch. Now, when it comes to witchcraft and being a witch and stuff like that, I don't want to get too much into it, but we like to identify with, you know, African culture and it being our original form of spirituality and spiritual practice. But these artists are not using it for good, all right? Is she a good witch or is she a bad witch? I'll let you guys do your research on Erykah and find out. But in this video, I wanted to point out something that stood out to me. And, yeah, we'll talk about it.
In black music.
It's funny because I didn't even know I had a style until I got a record deal. So I started out as an MC. Hip hop is my foundation. So if you listen to my lyrics, I'm writing about what we as a hip hop nation write about. You know.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all caught that, but she said she didn't know she had a style before she got a record deal. So if you know anybody who wants to be a rapper, or if they want to be famous, they want to be a part of the music industry, let them, you know, share this video with them so that they can have some clarity and insight about what they're going to get into. Because again, a lot of us get into the kingdom of darkness without clarity. Erykah Badu just said she did not know she had a style before she got a record deal. What record deals do is that they create demons, but they recycle celebrities. Okay, they recycle celebrities. Erykah Badu was not the first one doing this spiritual stuff. There are other artists that was doing this spiritual that had this spiritual vibe before Erykah did. And so, but when we see Erykah, we think, oh my gosh, she's so innovative, she's this, she's that, and then we follow her and we idolize her and then we want to be her. And there's so much controversy coming out about her being a witch. And about her, you know, stuff Jaguar Wright has said about her. And even with Jaguar, I you know, advise you guys to do your research about the things she say. Again, sometimes it's not always about the messenger, it's about the message. Do I agree with Jaguar with some of the things that she say? Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of the things she say, you don't have to be there to know that she's not lying. And if you do your research, then, you know, you can go ahead and convict yourself to your truth and whatever. And so this is, you know, me doing the research with y'all and showing y'all. So right here in this 1999 interview, when Erykah was emerging, she even admits she was not always dope like this. She was not always what we see her to be today. You know, she's not the Erykah that we see today. And you can go look her up and do your research on her. I don't want to spend too much time on her, but I'm just letting y'all know what she said. See, these people get created. Like Drake was not... Drake is just so funny to me. I'm sorry. Every time we get on Drake, it's just hard not to laugh. Because remember when he first came out, he was just so soft. And he was just, you know, so innocent. Just like in this video when he's talking.
My mom doesn't let her eat chocolate, but my grandma slides me a little extra cheddar on the side, and I make sure she gets her daily chocolate dose.
That's my grandson.
This is the living room, and it's nice and elegant, and I kind of leave this alone. It's too much for me. This is our dining room, and here's my mother making notes.
You know, he just nothing was gangster about him. So once you sign that contract and you give yourself over to the devil, that's what people say, selling your soul. In order to be on a level of a Lil Wayne or a Jay-Z, Kanye, you have to sell your soul. To be a gunner, all these people y'all listening to now, mainstream, again, I don't listen to these people, so I don't know. It's a lot behind it. Kelly Rowland even told us in her song Dirty Laundry, y'all don't know the half of this industry. And y'all really don't. And look at again with the red and black, pattern schemes. Again, the Snoop Dogg video, Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me. Go look up that video. And he tells you how he became Snoop Doggy Dogg. Alright? And so when you following these people, when you idolize these people, you take on the spirit that these people inhabit. Alright? He got all these people with him. He stayed with all these people with him. Look at them. None of them look godly. None of them look like, but he want to be a thug so bad. Y'all just be careful following them, okay? So what we about to go into now? We about to go into the lyrics. All right, we're about to go into the lyrics. No, we're not going to the lyrics yet. I want to do one more thing before we go into the lyrics, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So now these are the 100 hottest rappers of 2024, which I'm pretty sure is the same for 2025. Now this was in December, so yes, December 2024 going into 2025. This is what Complex and other websites have deemed the top 100 rappers. Now, this list is really silly. Again, because if you look at all these rappers, they're all mainstream rappers, and again, I don't know if they're all mainstream, but majority of them are. I'm familiar with some I'm not familiar with, but majority that I know that I'm familiar with are demonic and satanic, and they're trying to lead you to hell. Long story short, I mean, we just heard Cardi B say what she said. Anybody who's making music that's sending demons to you, the demons don't send you to heaven. All right? They're a first class flight to hell. Now, this list, we're not gonna focus on this list. A lot of these people I do not know. Again, if nobody's making music about getting closer to God or even glorifying God in their music, and I mean in a sense where you have discernment to know that the God they're talking about is the Lord Savior, Jesus Christ God, then they don't have any good intentions for you. It does not matter who it is, from what era of music, they don't have your best interests. And we just talking about rap right now. We could talk about R&B as well in another video. But right now, I just wanted to talk about rap. And so, Flo Millie, I don't listen to her. Killer Mike, he looks like a tarantula. But his face is just very... and that's the thing. Y'all might be like, oh, don't be talking about this person like that. They don't have your best interest. And how you be so quick and pressed to defend these people just shows how bewitched they have you. How deeply devoted you are to Satan and helping these artists, further their agendas. And I'm not mad at you, because I used to do the same thing. And so now that I've been saved, I am here to promote the kingdom of Jesus Christ, of my Lord Savior. And I hope that I can help my cousins, break the stronghold that the devil has on you, that the devil has on you. Because a lot of us don't want to admit it. So these are the rappers. And come on. And again, these outfits. She's not the only one who had that outfit on. The devil likes to promote hypersexuality. It's all about what? Sex, money, drugs, and cars. Stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. How many cars can you buy? how can I seduce somebody? How can I keep somebody lusting after me? Rihanna also wore this outfit. Cardi B's wore this cat outfit. Now, if you do research on this type of outfit and this print, then you'll know what's really going on. And again, we just talked about Snoop Dogg. Murder was the case that they gave him, and this is how he got to become the goofy Snoop that we see. Talk about some call him Snoop Lion. Yeah, no. And so again, symbolism. If it's not the horns, it's the eye. And then again with Drake. Drake is what? He's the sixth god. The 666 God, if you familiar with any of that. So why he call himself the sixth God? Because he's a demon. Chief Keef, I don't know if y'all remember when his music was having people stab and kill their parents and their grandmamas just because they didn't even know who he was. That's the effect that music have on us, and we don't get it. We don't know. And so again, do y'all research, because we doing the research right now. And this is what majority of us spend our money on. This is where the black community spends a lot of its money on, to look at people like Chief Keef and Lord Tecca and Jack Harlow and Kodak. And again, I used to love Kodak. Kodak is a whole nother story, but at the end of the day, he's still working for the enemy. You know, I know some of y'all may see people and be like, oh my God, no, he's not working for the devil. I love his music. Again, Schoolboy Q. I know y'all gonna see Kendrick Lamar, because I think he like #1. Working for the ops. Okay. A$AP Rocky, he be out here wearing skirts and stuff like that. If you know what that really means, then you know. Again, he got on Masonic colors, you know, the black and the white checkerboard, if you know anything about that. I'm not here to get into too much symbolism and stuff like that. NBA, Lotto, you know, again, black and white secular music, what she talk about, you know, just nonsense. Uzi Vert has openly told his fans and people that support him that they're going to hell, because people be questioning him about, are you a demon? Do you celebrate Satan? We could look at this man and see who he worships, who his God is. And why is y'all asking him? And like he said, he was irritated when people was asking him. And he said, y'all keep asking me, why are y'all on my live if you think I worship the devil? If you think I worship Satan? And then he was like, and if you over here, you going to hell right with me. That is Satan's agenda. All right, Uzi Vert has said it. Go look it up. Again, we back to Cardi. This type of clothing, y'all, see, I'm going to get into all of that when we get in the female rap. But see, that's what the devil do. Lil Yachty. Okay, a whole bunch of the baby, Ken Carson. These people, again, Sexy Red, #20. She's #20, which is they trying to say she's one of the best rappers of 2024. Like, what does she rap about? Like Nicki Minaj. Y'all remember Roman, the gay boy that's inside of her that only comes out when she's angry? That's a demon. And even when she told this story in that video, in that little thing, the interview that she did or whatever she was doing, she was crying when she was saying it. It looked that looked very painful. Like, I felt really bad for her, but that's when I was in the world. Now I'm not giving two craps about her. Because even when Nicki was coming up, she had songs like 2 sticks in my buns, and the lyrics to that was like, I put 2 sticks in my buns so they recognize me when I come. Now you tell me what that sound like. Central C, Doja Cat, come on. I was gonna pull up her videos. She got videos called Demons. I mean, she got a music video called Demons. That video is very dark. If you don't think that video dark, then, you know, so God be it. Don Toliver, Gunna. Again, Gunna's out here wearing skirts. He's one of the, rappers I think everybody's listening to. They're not pushing anything for God. We're going to get into one of Gunna videos as well. Rod Wave. I don't care how nice somebody's music sounds. It sounds good, but it's not serving the Most High God. She's throwing up the 6 sign, the symbol, the Satan symbol. And, Megan started a whole trend about, finessing people daddies and effing on people fathers and robbing guys and all types of nonsense. 21 Savage. Think about when he first came out. Red Rum and I forget that one song. He was talking about just killing, a lot of killing. I don't know who he is. Glorilla, she still ain't positive. J. Cole, okay, J. Cole may be positive, but again, the devil is a liar. The devil is tricky. 9 times out of 10, if we know who you are as an artist, you pretty much probably compromised yourself. All right. And again, with the red color scheme, look at this. This is always symbolizing hell. And if you're at these shows and concerts, you're in hell. What did Travis Scott say? Because he coming up too. Playboy Cardi. Oh God, if you don't know about Playboy Cardi, see, I feel like it's getting more sinister as we get to the top. Playboy Cardi's number 6. Who really listens to this entity? Come on now. And Travis Scott, we know about his concert. It was demonic, and everybody was coming out and saying it. If you don't see the devil in the details, I pray for you, and I pray that one day you do. Again, Drake, the sixth god. 666, running through the 6. Look at the lyrics to his song Demon. Future. And then he got a new song out. I don't know that song where he be mumbling the whole time. Yeah. Tyler, the Creator. And then look at them ears. He looks like a demon. Yeah. Again, you guys may be like, well, not Kendrick, not J. Cole. Yes, Kendrick. Yes, J. Cole. I'm here to shed light and clarity. Do your research. Again, see, I'm doing this with y'all. So don't try to attack me or come for me. I'm showing you. You heard Cardi. You see the red and all that. You see how this stuff looks wicked and evil. But again, we like a good jokey joke. We don't know how to get serious, because when it's serious, then we gotta, straighten up and get real. And we don't want to get real. We don't like the truth. And so let's get into the lyrics. I told y'all to look up the lyrics to Demons. Drake has a song called Demons. Doja Cat has a song named Demons. Why they keep making songs about demons? Why ain't nobody making songs about the high vibrational angels or, stuff like that? Why is it always about demons? We already looked up what demons were. They are malevolent, evil spirits. They can be people, okay? Like, they get inside of people and then they use people to cause destruction and mayhem and wickedness, misfortune. So there's nothing good about it. So all this darkness is getting pushed on the black community. And so we wonder why we can't stop doing the things we're doing, or why we are the way we are. Is because we're looking up to SZA and Erykah Badu and Drake and Migos. Now here go a song from Migos called Island. I used to love this song until I got saved. Now, I'm listening to this song one day, and mind you, I've listened to this song many times. But it's usually that one time when you listen to this song, and I feel like God has you keep listening to the song so you can point out the wickedness and you can point out the enemy. And so let's go to Offset's verse. And this is Cardi B's man, right? Her ex-man, husband, baby daddy, whatever. He says, welcome to my island. Lion, bears, and tigers. Selling babies, cooking toddlers. Selling babies, cooking toddlers. This all got to do with being on the island. Now, selling babies, cooking toddlers. To me, I don't know, it's giving Marina Abramovich, it's giving spirit cooking, it's giving traffic, it's giving a whole bunch. It's giving a lot. That's a loaded bar right there. Because it does not even make no sense about anything they're talking about in this whole song. And a lot of artists and celebrities do that. For example, Michael Jackson. I just got put on about his song Smooth Criminal. Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal lyrics. Let's look at it. All right. This song is wicked. And now we like to say, oh, Michael Jackson, he's a saint, he's this, he's that. Michael Jackson was also one of them. Again, we should not be idolizing these people. We should not be crying over them. Why do they always tell us about when these people die? Oh, blank, blank died today. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's like, why do we really care? That attachment that we have to them, what is that? Oh, I grew up watching this person. I grew up, but that still does not give you no reason to feel like you're entitled to go to their funeral. That does not feel like that should never give you no reason to feel like you're entitled to stalk them. walk up on them and just start talking crazy or trying to, do witchcraft to make these people fall in love with you, or, doing all this stuff that gets you out of character when you see these people, whether it be in person or through the internet. What is that feeling? It's a bewitchment. There has been a spell of some kind has been placed on the people, on the black community, that binds us to look outside of ourselves and to serve the kingdom of darkness. And so as long as we're serving the kingdom of darkness, we will never progress individually or as a people. Now, this song says, as he came into the window was a sound of a crescendo. He came into her apartment. He left the blood stains on the carpet. She ran underneath the table. He could see she was unable. So she ran into the bedroom. She was struck down. It was her doom. Annie, are you okay? And this whole chorus asks Annie, is she okay? So right now we're talking about Annie. And the name of the song is A Smooth Criminal. Then the second verse, he says, so they came into the outway. It was Sunday. What a black day. Every time I tried to find him, he's leaving no clues left behind him. And he had no way of knowing of the suspect or what to expect. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, sounding heartbeats, intimidations. Now go listen to this song. This song is it's a great song. Like the way he just, smoothly talks about a crime scene. This song is about a crime scene. And he says you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Okay? Annie, are you okay? Because she was struck. And she was murdered, and the bloodstains was left on the carpet. He came in her apartment. Somebody broke in. What happened? Like, what's going on? But we would not really catch that when you listen to this song. There are so many songs like that, especially in R&B. And R&B, we think it's so innocent, and Jodeci and Drew Hill and everybody, but all they pushed was sex. But we're not even going to get into that. I just wanted to shine light on this, you guys, so that we can be better individually and better as a people. And it starts with our culture, because again, if you know anything about the music, it's simultaneous with the fashion. And if we even get into the fashion, come on, that stuff is dark and sinister as well. But we like to just, make things all sweet and be like, oh, it's just fashion when it looks stupid, or it's just fashion, or they're just expressing themselves. But it's deeper than that, and that's what the devil does not want you to know. The devil is always in the details when it comes to our community. And so what you have to do is get right with the Most High God. Start by praying. And getting this music and these people out of your life, out of your homes, out of your children's lives. You know how many people, how many young girls I've watched listen to Cardi B and watch her music, watch her videos, watch this video in particular. I've seen a young girl watching this video, and her mama was right there. Right there. And I'm just looking like, you really about to let your daughter watch this video? And it was not the clean version. And so this is Satan again. Back to the outfit. Then what's her name? Ice Spice just had this type of outfit on. Did she? Did she the prince? This is what we talking about. It's a seductive print. It's to keep y'all out here lusting. All right. To keep you out here lusting after them. Rihanna had on the same thing. Now, one more thing I want to go into. Rihanna. Everybody love Rihanna too. And Rihanna is no saint.
Of course, Rihanna is in the building. Hey, Angie. I cannot believe it's been so long that we have done this.
I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
What'd she just say? She said what she said. She said what she said. She said what she said. because she's a devil worshiper. That's why her hands over her eye like that. So if we see everybody with their hand over their eye like that, then we gotta assume what? That they are with the group or the organization that Rihanna is affiliated with. Now, this is the Snoop Dogg video. Murder was the case that they gave me. I'm not going to play the words, but as we can see, this is what's happening. This is how Snoop Dogg became Snoop Dogg. The devil came into his room, and the words will explain what's happening. And so, this is him giving himself to the devil. All right? And since it popped up, I just decided to click it. And this is what a lot of our favorite artists are out here doing. The people that just celebrating. All right, so we let that play for a little bit. I'm not gonna do too much about it. But here's also, let's look at this. Did Rihanna, did what? It said, did Drake call Rihanna the devil?
Looking for reliable car.
We're not gonna go to that, but y'all can look it up on your own. Again, Rihanna just told us she was a devil worshiper. Cardi B said her music summer demons. I'm gonna leave y'all on that note to, really figure out what's going on in the entertainment industry. This corny list of 100 top 100 rappers of 2000, the hottest rappers. I did the best I can. If this video helped you in any way, if you learned anything from the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, because we're going to keep going so that we can continue to help each other become liberated, and my cousins out there can be better than you were yesterday, and that you can get closer to righteous spirits and righteous energies, and that you could steer away from the kingdom of darkness if you want to. I'm not here to force anything. I'm not here to convict anybody. I'm just here to speak my truth. And so if you resonate, again, at any time, I like kind comments. If you disagree, you can kindly disagree in the comment box below. Disrespect, I'm not really a fan of, and I really don't pay attention to disrespectful comments. So at the end of the day, I'm your good cousin, Muva Ma'at. Stay woke, y'all. Stay vigilant. And stay melanated without apology.